It was a beautiful Saturday morning. My friends and I decided to explore a new trail we found online. It wasn't on any official map, but it looked promising. We were excited to try something new. After about an hour of hiking, we reached a fork in the trail. There was a makeshift sign pointing to the right saying, "Shortcut." We were curious and decided to take it. That was our first mistake. The new path was narrower and more overgrown, but we pushed on. The trees seemed to close in on us, and the sounds of the forest grew quieter. Something felt off, but we didn't say anything. After another hour, we stumbled upon a clearing with an old abandoned cabin in the center. It looked like it hadn't been touched in years. The windows were broken and the door was hanging off its hinges. We looked at each other, the excitement of discovery replacing our unease. "Let's check it out," one of my friends said. We all agreed, not wanting to seem scared. We entered the cabin, the floor creaking under our feet. The air inside was musty, and the light barely filtered through the dirty windows. There was an eerie silence that made my skin crawl. We split up, exploring different rooms. The place was filled with old, dusty furniture and cobwebs. It was like time had stopped in this place. I found an old book on a table, covered in dust. The cover was worn and the pages yellowed with age. I opened it, curious about its contents. The pages were filled with strange symbols and drawings. They looked like they were from some kind of ritual. A chill ran down my spine and I quickly closed the book. We regrouped in the main room, all of us looking uneasy. One of my friends said she felt like we were being watched. We laughed it off, but the feeling of unease grew stronger. That's when we heard it. A faint whispering sound coming from outside. We froze, trying to make out the words. It sounded like someone was chanting. We peered out the broken windows and saw shadows moving among the trees. They were circling the cabin, getting closer. Panic set in, and we knew we had to leave. We quickly gathered our things and rushed out of the cabin. The chanting grew louder and the shadows seemed to follow us. We ran down the path, not caring about the direction. We ran through the forest, our breaths coming in ragged gasps. The chanting continued, echoing through the trees. It felt like the forest itself was alive, pushing us towards something. Finally, we reached a familiar part of the trail. The chanting stopped, and the shadows were gone. We slowed down, trying to catch our breath and make sense of what had just happened. We huddled together, shaken but relieved to be safe. None of us could explain what we had experienced, and we didn't want to stick around to find out. We made our way back to the car in silence. When we finally reached the parking lot, the sun was setting. We promised each other never to take unknown trails again. The countryside might be beautiful, but it can also be terrifying. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and be careful where you wander.